It's been barely 4 months since PlayStation released the PSVR 2 headset, but I believe it should release a game on rival platform Apple Vision Pro. Sony is committed to VR. It believes that VR is going to take off. And I believe that too, strongly. And Meta, the company that owns Facebook, believes that too. If you've used it, you know how immersive it can be. The question is, who is going to be a part of that future? Now, whilst this sector of the gaming industry is still in its infancy, there are not massive profits to be made. What Sony has done, it's committed to this, first by releasing the first PSVR headset, and then with this new headset, it really hopes that it can help establish this sector of the industry. And by producing a headset, by producing games now, it is hoping to develop its skill set for this new way of interacting with games. So that explains why Sony is committed to VR. But why then should it release its games on a rival platform? Well, it cares about profits. With its PS4 and PS5 games, what we've seen is it is now releasing those exclusive games after about a year or two onto PC because it wants to reach a new audience. If Sony wants to reach a new VR or AR audience, it can do this with the Apple Vision Pro. And the Apple Vision Pro is going to have potentially a massive audience once it becomes established and a consumer version is released. So what Sony can do is get in on the ground floor, start becoming accustomed to the hardware, have its developers become experts at how to create a great user experience, and then produce a game that could potentially reach millions of people once the Apple Vision consumer version is available. Why should PlayStation release games for the Apple Vision Pro if it could potentially cannibalize sales from the PSVR 2? And the reason is that these two AR VR platforms are at two different ends of the market. An Apple Vision Pro customer is not really going to be looking at playing the same game on the PSVR 2. We've seen this with Meta and its Oculus Quest 2. It produces this VR headset, and it also now owns the company behind Beat Saber, this rhythm action game. It continues to release this game on PSVR and now PSVR 2. And the reason it does this is because making a sale on PSVR is not going to be taking a sale away from the Oculus Quest. But what it will do is help strengthen its brand, help strengthen awareness of Beat Saber. There is a saying, a high tide raises all ships, or something like that. I haven't remembered it correctly. And so the idea being that if there are all these strong products in the VR market, they're all going to help lift each other up. They're all going to help benefit each other, and with the ultimate goal of helping establish VR as a legitimate gaming platform. PlayStation could potentially develop an AR VR game for these rival AR VR platforms, such as the upcoming Meta Quest 3, such as the Apple Vision Pro. And if it's a good game, it can establish it as a strong title, a strong franchise in the VR sector. And whatever happens with PSVR 2, it might succeed, it might not. There might be a PSVR 3, there might not be. What it means is PlayStation is going to be well placed with a game that can succeed on VR, AR, whatever the platform.